And kind of our last foundational or review idea that we're going to start with here at the beginning of the year is the idea that chemistry has been around in its current form for a few hundred years. We can go back thousands of years to people wondering what everything was made of, but it was really the shift from alchemy and trying to figure out or change from one element to another around the 17th century with a few people here where it became chemistry. The nice thing for our AP exam is that we don't need to know exactly who did what and when they did it, but it is important to understand that there are certain principles that guide our mole calculations, our stoichiometry calculations, our reaction balancing, and things that we know about more advanced topics: thermodynamics, equilibrium, electrochemistry, things that maybe we haven't even explored before. So the idea that chemistry really became chemistry once we started to know that mass and matter were conserved. Whatever we start with in a chemical or physical process, we end with. And as things start to combine in different ways, or as we start to take simple things and combine them to make more complex things, elements into compounds, we laid the groundwork for an atomic theory and for an understanding of molecules that lets us analyze and understand the matter around us. We were learning about the patterns of elements, learning about the patterns of compounds, and making connections between these things. And that's how the periodic table was created. That's how subatomic particles of protons, neutrons, electrons were discovered. And built on those foundations, not the memorization of who, what, when, where, and why, but built upon the idea that all of that came from experimental data, we're going to focus in AP chemistry on learning how to analyze problems, learning how to take data and understand it in new and different and important ways. We're not just applying skills we've memorized to problems that we've seen before. So the key is building our muscles, building our skills with moles, molar mass, with volume, with all the skills that we started to work on in first year chemistry, and just get better and better at those so that we can apply those to new scenarios and really start to understand and analyze with a scientific approach to new scenarios, both in the lab and on the AP exam.